Yo, what's up guys? Today we have Lithium right here with Monarch. How did you do?
I was close. I ended up day one 7-2, so 7 wins, 2 loss. And day 2, first round, Dragon Link. I was leading game 1, but lost game 2 and game 3, so X3, 7-3 drop. Eventually I thought that maybe I should play, X3 might still have a chance to top. But in hindsight afterwards, we saw that I think only one player with X3 topped from like a whole sheet of X3 players. So it is what it is.
Awesome. Still very, very good result for Monarch of all decks. We saw you on stream win as well. So let's see what kind of spice you have been cooking.
It's just regular old school domain, nothing too spectacular. Like the support from the people like online is like ever since I think round 5, going 5-0. Has been massively, got like a massive boost, so that's awesome. Yeah, again, I don't want to drag this too long. I don't think it's too many differences, or there are too many differences compared to the one that I showed you a couple of YCSs ago.
It's in London, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. No 3 because this plays around. This kinda does not force your opponent for talents. And you need her for potential tribute summon during their turn to make Domain live. Domain is your win condition. Yeah, because this, this clears field, so this is important. Then I guess the game winners. These are all instant stable.
No.
I see. Like back in the day, people played, these at this one at 1 because it was searchable off of return. Makes sense. This one maybe 1 or 2. But I mean, these are winners, game winners against pretty much every deck. So you want to see them every time, always. So both at 3.
Yes. And Book of Eclipse is not out, right? By itself?
That's correct. And that's a lot of people try to do that or asked, hey, am I allowed to do this? Like, imagine if you have like Domain, they doesn't matter, want to book your Fiend or Ether or whatever. This monster still is considered as a tribute monster. So it came up against Pearly playing all weak attack monsters. They cannot out, what is it, 1,000? Yeah, 1,200 defense. Even though, Fiend is just a weak monster, but they cannot use their extra deck because, again, it still remembers, I guess, it's a tribute monster.
Yes.
It came up multiple times. So that's it for tributes. What is it, 11, I think? I think that's a perfect ratio. I was running Kuras back in the day because of Ether, but you don't need to run Kuras anymore. MVPs, again, next to obviously the Fiends. These are your important starters for, draw, and it's a tribute fodder. Same for Fenrir, plus Fenrir breaks boards, plus, worst case scenario, it can be a tribute monster, but it's a super oppressive card, both first and second. So yeah, Fenrir, I always want to open with it.
Cyber Dragon on steroids.
Pretty much. Necessary Evil, I don't like these, but I think you still need to run those, especially going first. You might not be able to, or you might not draw these and not be able to go for like a tribute summon. You need these, but the problem with these is you play into Imperm or Ash, so if you have like any other option to not use these first or force out like an Ash first, or maybe this is your last resort, you have to go for it. And looking at Idea and 1-for-1. Just try to do other plays first to force out like a hand trap. And if there's no other option, go for Idea or 1-for-1.
Okay.
And this for game number 3. Again, if going first, you need that 1 tribute for Fiends. I don't like these because they're so weak to hand traps, but you need to run them.
But most people don't know maybe where to hand trap this deck as well, so maybe it's fine.
Hand trap on Pantheism or Tenacity or Ash. Ash is strong, really strong. Same for Droll. I've been Ashed multiple times, Drolled multiple times. Most of the time it worked out, the record. But again, like this worked out fine. Then as for the rest, like the spells themselves, the game winner being Domain, definitely a 3 off. You always want this over the extra deck version, by the way, simply because like Erebus plus this might win the game on its own. Like especially like the decks now, all the decks are super fair, and that gives this deck a lot of chances to potentially combat and even go second. I think I only won 3 dice rolls from the 10 matches, so a lot of times going second and still able to win game 1. Yeah, Pantheism, Pantheism, Triple Stormfort. insane, beats boards. Oh, something important. Against Pearly, you can Stormfort Noir, because again, Noir says very similar to Misk. Like you cannot, or what is it? This card is unaffected by activated. Yeah.
Yes.
And that doesn't count for Stormfort, so you can just Stormfort their board away.
Yes.
And
it's like the continuous from Flu or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. The thing I remember against Flu as well, he went first because I again lost the dice roll and he was like, oh, sleepy, sleepy. He ended on Noir and draw 6 eventually with the combo, so he was like, I don't know, +6 or +7 over me. But I simply went Stormfort and Vanity's Fiend. And I think with Domain eventually. And like after a couple of turns, he scooped. He was like full back row, 7 cards in hand, but he couldn't do anything because of this like ignorant combo. And that's like how strong it is. And you know, like Stormfort breaks boards on its own in this format. The Searcher, only 2, that's fine, because this actually came up a lot of times. I won all, whatchamacallit, the Destroy deck. Destroy, pop your stuff.
Unchained.
Unchained, of course. Won all my Unchained matchups. This is important because of their pop trap, right? To protect your tributes. Yep. Imperm, protect your fiends for Imperm. Instant staple at 1 in the deck. This overperformed, insane card. Steal their Fenrir, steal their Beatstick, Tributor for, you know, fiends. Like, wow. On Master Duel, it's at 2 or 3, I think. Ooh,
2,
imagine,
I think?
imagine. And last, this one I bumped to 2 because I saw people were main decking DD Crow again over the Bestial, so that's why 2 of these. So 40 cards, that's it.
Very
at
clean.
least for the main deck. Would I change anything for the main deck? I don't think so. Not for this event. They kind of overperformed a little bit, but seeing that, I think I played all my matchups were different. Rescue Ace, Pearly, 2 times like the Destroy deck, Unchained, 3 times Chimera, like so many different decks. Even Fluenderies, which I lost game 1, but he had no outs for this twice, so that was my lucky card. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the deck.
Awesome. And then
Unlucky.
for the side?
Yeah, side deck quickly. The Bestials, Magnum 2-1, just in case. Tearlament, maybe. Other dark-oriented decks. Sometimes they go in, yeah. Standard, if going second, Unchained or other combo deck. I actually lost against FTK. I went 5-0, and round 6, my opponent was playing FTK, super heavy samurai shenanigans, and I went second. And I was like, oh man, because I don't play hand traps, you don't need hand traps. But I instantly lost that one to 0-2. So. But yeah, Nibiru only hand trap. Always side deck this in going seconds, evenly matched. Always side deck this in going first. And just in case for Labyrinth, you can surge this one off of Aether. Where is she? You know, when she's tribute summoned during your opponent's turn, you can tribute summon her and then special summon this from the deck so your opponent cannot set cards. And this will get bounced back. So that's actually really nice.
Awesome.
Maybe for side deck cards, what cards I side deck out a lot, these are always side decked out going second because you don't want to, you know, run into Imperm, run into other stuff. And maybe this one, if going second, because this kind of conflicts with Stormfort. Because again, if you want to special summon him to the field, you special summon from the extra deck, so you cannot Stormfort that turn. So that kind of conflicts with Stormfort.
So that's 6 cards you side out, and then
for
some
depends like triple evenly, triple nip, or 3 Bestials, 3 evenly. And going second, you have like Stormfort, you have a Change of Heart, and like triple Fenrir and Camouflage to potentially, you know, get your tributes on field.
All right, awesome. Well, congratulations on you know, the People's Champion run, basically.
It feels awkward because I was so close. I did not expect to do this well. Again, like the support was massive. Sadly, Peck doesn't need to shave his head. Yes. He mentioned on stream. I didn't top. I was really close. So unfortunate in round 10. I mean, it could have been a little bit different, but it is what it is.
Regardless, amazing performance. Congratulations again.
Awesome. Thank you.